you brought up Brock Purdy, so I will go to that and ask you your thoughts on San Francisco right now with all the injured players. And by the way, are we done questioning this kid? I don't understand why people are still saying, well, Brock Purdy, he's a system quarterback, like that's a 4-letter word.
Suzy, I think, we need to parse it a little bit because Brock was chosen where he was chosen because he self-admitted when they like, I'm not the fastest, I'm not the strongest, but what he can do in his superpower is processing. And when quarterbacks can process, and when I say processing, there's 3 levels of processing. There's processing during the week, preparation, memorization, schoolwork, reflexive recall to the game plan, to every motion, every blitz, every situation. There's all of that preparation for processing. Then there's pre-snap processing, right? Like I use all that during the week, all the memorization to get ready for the play that's called, get everybody set. And then now once the ball's snapped, those 2 or 3 seconds where you just you can figure it out. And he is top of the league in doing that. But yet he's still the same guy, not the biggest, not the fastest, not the strongest. And we just got done talking about the rule changes and the openness and how much space there is for quarterbacks to run all over the field and throw it all over the field and make big first downs and touchdowns. Every game, especially in championship football, is now dominated by the quarterbacks that can run for the big first down or run for the touchdown or buy the extra time and throw it 80 yards. That's not him. So let's not defame anything that he's doing by trying to label it as negative. Like a system quarterback is a Super Bowl quarterback, except he can't run around and throw it 80 yards. He's not going to be the Lamar Jackson down the field. Like that's just not his game. So quit trying to slander what is, he'll agree with you. Like I'm not that guy, but let's elevate the amazing thing that he is doing. He is the best. And when I say the best, the top 5 processors at the position in the world, and just honor that. And then when he's not able to run around and run down and make people miss and throw it 80 yards, then don't use that as like, oh, he can't do that. Well, he already admitted he can't do that. So stop. Who he is one of the great, young quarterbacks in his game and the things that he can do. And let's just go with it rather than trying to tear it down.
So if you were to finish the sentence with Deebo and McCaffrey out, the Niners offense will.
Efficiency is their game. Now, if Brock wanted to and Kyle wanted to lean into Brock being more dynamic, in other words, let's have Brock run the ball out of the huddle. Let's have him run the sweep. Let's have him run the quarterback draw. Let's figure out how to do the RPOs and really take advantage of it. That's not the game right now. And if we were going to do that, now's the time with injury to kind of start to think about Brock being the 11th rusher out of, the guy that can rush the football out of the huddle. But I think right now what you described, Suzy, your question is, if they're going to stay with the same plan, then the demand for Brock is even greater. He has to be even more honed on his efficiency to find players that aren't necessarily the top of their, the top of the game like Deebo, the top of the game like CMC. And now I've got to figure out how to get the ball to them, have them get open. And I'm going to, inevitably, Suzy, he's going to have to do more. He's going to have to move around more. He's going to have to put himself at risk more. And he's going to have to do things that aren't necessarily his strong suit. And that might provide great things in the future for when they get to the Super Bowl this year, or have to face Patrick Mahomes or face Lamar Jackson. The thing about the 49ers, when they face Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, any big, strong, prototypical quarterback today, they lose. So getting their guy more like that and under duress, like with injuries, might be a good thing. We'll see how it goes.
Check out new episodes of What the Football with Suzy Shuster and Amy Trask every Tuesday. Watch us on the Rich Eisen Show YouTube page or follow and listen wherever you get your podcasts.